Hey gang, hey, did you know that a forward head posture, that posture when we're looking at our phone, reading a book, driving our car, sleeping on two pillows, is a leading cause of over 20 diseases that people commonly suffer from today? We're going to go through medical studies that show that. We're in the Back to Health book. This is the last chapter in this book, the dangers of forward head and neck flexed posture. So the normal curve in the neck, when we face this way, should be a curve like this. But when we go in these forward flex positions, it straightens that curve and it stretches the spinal cord like a rubber band. Now, when that stretches like a rubber band, it creates tension. The nerves get smashed. Now, when an electrical cord, like this is called Laplace's law, when you stretch an electrical cord, it slows down the conductivity of a cord. When you stretch a fluid-filled vessel, like an artery, when you stretch that, it slows down the fluid in the cord. So now when you stretch the spinal cord, number one, it begins to shut down the conductivity of the cord. The energy is not going to move down into your body. That creates disease. And when you stretch the cord, the blood vessels that feed the spinal cord, now you don't get as much blood in there. And what happens to any tissue when they're not getting as much blood? The tissue dies. Now, is that a problem if the spinal cord is carrying energy from the brain to all the nerves that go out to all the cells in the body? Is that a problem if the spinal cord's not getting good blood flow? Is that a problem if you start shutting down the energy in the cord? That's how people get sick. That leads to disease. And through this whole book, we've been showing medical studies how it leads to the major health problems, all the way from sniffles, colds, and flus, all the way to cancers, demyelinating diseases, muscular dystrophies, and all that. So check this out here. So when you increase the tension of the cord, diminishes blood flow. Now check this out. This is out of Spine Journal, one of the top medical journals in the world, 2005, progressive kyphosis. Now that's when the curve not only goes like this, but then it actually starts to bend the other way. Now when the spinal cord travels down that path, right where my knuckles are, the spinal cord comes in contact with the vertebrae. And so when you have a progressive kyphotic spine, that means reversal of cervical curve, the tension on the cord creates demyelination. Now the myelin is called the myelin sheath. That's the fatty covering around nerves and around the spinal cord. Demyelination means that fatty covering that conducts energy begins to break down. Now, do you see that as a problem? If the myelin sheaths start to degrade and break down, the impulses, the energy can't get through there. Do you see that as a problem? Right? Now what's going to happen? So you get a demyelinating problem, and then it leads to myelopathy. Myo, muscle, opathy, bad. That's an easy way to put disease. It's bad for the muscles. What happens? The muscles start to weaken, and then you get dystrophy, disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, multiple sclerosis. Your muscles begin to get weak. So when the curve reverses like that, the spinal cord lays against here, it's under massive tension, it's not getting the blood flow to the spinal cord, the conductivity of the cord shuts down, you have major tension and stress in the cord, and now everything from here down, it's like a big Hoover Dam in the Colorado River, starts to get weak. Now studies show the more you lose the muscle strength of your body, the shorter you live. It actually affects lifespan, and we talked about that last week. When you have trauma to the neck and to the ligaments that support the neck, it can lead to a shortened lifespan and muscular dystrophies and things like that. So now here's a Spine Journal, 2009, another journal in spine, and this is where it says it develops myelopathy. Now this is going to be short today, so now let's go to the World Journal of Gastroenterology, 2007. So this is a medical study that studies basically the digestive system. So what do they say? When you have tension on the cord, what it does, it puts you into sympathetic stress. What's sympathetic stress? Well, the autonomic nervous system. Parasympathetic is when you relax and meditate. Do your meditation very relaxed. That's why you sleep, right? And sympathetic is fight or flight, man. That's when you're stressed, you're anxious, and that's why people, when there's tension on the cord, they're in sympathetic stress. Automatically keeps you in stress. Those are people that have anxiety attacks. They have difficulty sleeping. They can't relax, right? They have anxiety all the time. They're stressed and they don't know why, because your nervous system is on your central nervous system, brain and spinal cord, is under constant stress. So when that happens, that leads to, here it says, cervical pathology mediated by sympathetic nerves, meaning the spinal cord is under tension, has been associated with a number of disorders which include 20 kinds of diseases, right? Hypertension. Why? Because here's the nerves to the heart and lungs right up top, and also heart and lungs right at the base. So when you have a forward head posture, when that thing's backwards, the cord's under tension. Now right below there are the heart and lungs. So what do you have? Hypertension, high blood pressure. Why? Same reason you have anxiety attacks, your heart can't relax. And so your heart muscle doesn't relax, you have high blood pressure, that's a problem. Cardiac arrhythmias, that can lead to heart attacks. Dizziness, eyesight malfunction, right? Hearing, gastrointestinal dysfunction. So what are common diagnoses? IBS, what's that mean? Irritable bowel syndrome, what's that mean? Well, I could tell you I have an irritable bowel. That's why I'm coming here. I have alternating constipation diarrhea. Gee, doc, thanks for the diagnosis that names the symptom, but you didn't tell me shit about what's causing it. And that's tension on the spinal cord that leads to immune system problems, food allergies, digestive problems. Your pancreas isn't making digestive enzymes right. Your stomach may not be making hydrochloric acid well to break down the proteins, blah, blah, blah. Now you have all kinds of problems. It also leads to signs of a weakened immune system. Now, what's our immune system do again? Oh, yeah, protects us from disease. So what's immune system weakness? Well, it could be allergies, colds, flus, asthma, autoimmune, and then when allergies go really bad, autoimmune until it gets so bad that now your immune system is so weak it can't fight cancer. The cancer overwhelms a weakened immune system, and that's when you get a diagnosis. But that's why you get a later stage diagnosis, right? Because you may not notice symptoms right away at the beginning of disease. So here it is, gang. I mean, these are medical studies in top medical research journals showing you how the structure of the spine relates to the function of the spinal cord, how nerve energy going down the spinal cord relates to your overall health, and how spinal structure affects the spinal cord, affects that energy, and leads to many of the diseases that people are battling with today, taking multiple drugs, but what you won't hear is a medical doctor, despite their own studies, telling you, maybe you should go to a chiropractor that can look at the structure of spine, relieve the stress on the spinal cord, because that is the foundation of all disease. The foundation of all disease is energy. The healthcare system of the new world is energy healing, and energy begins in your nervous system. Hey, acupuncture and the 12 meridians is awesome. Reiki is awesome. Evolving past all your emotional states is awesome. You can do Reiki, you can do acupuncture, but if your curve is backwards and that spinal cord's under tension and it's coming in contact with the bony spinal canal, and now you have myelopathy, all your muscles are weakening, that's a problem. So let's start with spinal structure. Let's get that nerve energy clear. Let's clear our emotions. Let's make sure all our acupuncture meridians are open. Let's clear the 7 chakras and the 7 energy channels. And man, you're going to live forever. Have a good diet. Be spiritually evolved. This is the healing of the new world, because guess what? It's not chemistry. It's not drugs and chemistry. In fact, that's why medical profession is the third leading cause of death, except they call it iatrogenic disease. What's iatrogenic? Is medically induced, but they don't say medically induced death is a third cause. Why? Because what's that? Well, what's iatrogenic mean? I don't know what that means. Sounds like some funky disease. Yeah, it's being under medical care. Now, you're in the best country to save your life, but this is not health care. Okay? Energy is healing. That is health care. So if you're in a crisis, man, you're in a life-threatening situation, by all means, go to the emergency room. If you're in ICU, get out of ICU, get your body strong enough to go home, and then go to energy healing, because that's what's going to heal your body, and that's what's going to keep you healthy. Anyway, the Back to Health book, go to Elite Coaching LLC. If you're a chiropractor, get a digital copy. You can get these copies. Hey, if you follow all these on these pages, man, you're getting great stuff to show your patients. You can take this to a workshop if you're in the general public. The Best Kept Secret to Heal Your Back Pain, go to Amazon. I would read that book and take that in, because this is your life and the health of you, your family, and every generation to come. So let's create a better health care system by taking responsibility and doing what's right. All right, love you guys. Peace.